Hi, and thank you for joining me. For those who I have not yet met, my name is Chantal Fraser, and I represent Lead Squared Africa. August is a very special month for me, not just because it's Women's Day, but I also get to celebrate my birthday. And so there's always so much to be grateful for. I, for one, have so many friends and colleagues that I get to work with daily, and I would not be here today without the help and guidance from the network of the special women in my life. So I'd just like to do a shout out to all of you and say thank you so much for the impact you've had on my life. Over the last few months, I've had many conversations with other women in business, and I'm so inspired by the resilience that we as women have. You know, over the last couple of months, many of us have had our backs against the wall. The chips have been down, but we keep forging ahead. So, you know, I think it's really important that, you know, you take a minute and give yourself a pat on the back and never forget all the small steps that you take every day, even when you feel like you don't have the energy to. But think about the small steps that you've taken every day to get yourself to where you are now. It's all about taking those small steps every day that will help you step into your power and help you live a life of purpose. So one of the biggest challenges we've faced in 2020, and you know, just spending time with the network of women in my life, has been burnout. And it comes around because we just don't have enough time to get to everything we know we need to do. And today, I really just want to talk to you about a simple step you can take to keep yourself in business. And that's all around keeping leads coming into your business so that you can generate more sales and keep your doors open. We know that no sales essentially means no business. So that's really the message that I want to share with you today. So if you think about, you know, marketing automation, and I'm going to make today's session very practical and show you, you know, some examples of how to actually do this well. But just imagine sitting back and having all your marketing being done for you. You know, think about your days that you have. I mean, every day, you know, I hear the statement being made by people, I'm so zoomed out. You know, we have meetings from 9 to 5 every day, back to back. You know, you've got a huge list of to-do items, and we just never ever get to a point where we can actually do our marketing well and consistently. So, you know, this creates a lot of stress and pressure for us because we just don't stay on top of the things that we need to do. So there is a solution, and it's called marketing automation. And essentially what it is, it's a solution that will take away a lot of the pressure that you face when it comes to marketing processes. It will make it a lot more efficient for you, but at the same time, still keep it very personalized. So when you're speaking to your prospects or your customers, it's not going to feel like they're getting communication from some robots, you know, out in cyberland. So from a marketing automation perspective, if any of these things are relevant to you, like I want more leads, I need to make more sales, I need to do more customer communications, or you don't have enough people in your team and you need to automate processes, then marketing automation is something that you should investigate further. So if you can resonate with any of, you know, the points that I make. So, you know, I remember starting my business out in 2013, and you know, I think many of you would remember the times when you're the CEO, the receptionist, and your own PA. Then you certainly are in the right place, and your business is ready for you know, business automation software. So it's going to help you keep a handle on, you know, your daily tasks and help you put together a really solid marketing process. So that's what I'd like to share with you today. So basically, if you are ending your day with a to-do list that you never get to tick off, then marketing automation is certainly something that's going to help you. The next thing that I'd like to mention is that, you know, when I speak to women in business and I ask them about, you know, what is something that you really want to get better at, and the first thing that they reply is to say that I need to get better at following up on my leads. So it costs money and it costs time, right, to generate leads. But if you're getting leads coming into your business and you're not following up on those leads, you know, basically you've got a lead leakage problem. So using automation will put you in a position where you follow up with every single lead, but without you actually having to do it manually. So that's a lead leakage problem is a challenge that most businesses face, and not just in a, you know, a solopreneur environment, but right up into, you know, large corporate businesses. And if you go and read and do a bit of research on this, and you go and have a look at, you know, the actual lead leakage rates, is that companies are leaking up to 40% of their leads that come into their business just because they don't have a platform to manage these leads. So basically, every time you don't follow up on a lead, you're leaving business on the table for your competitors to take away from you. And that is one of the easiest problems that you can fix with marketing automation. So I want to give you some practical examples, because one of the things that I've realized, especially here in South Africa, is that there is a lack of understanding when it comes to what marketing automation is. So that people think if you're using a bulk emailing tool that you've got marketing automation in place, and that is far from the truth. So let me give you a simple example of how marketing automation can be used. So in this example, let's say that you have a customer that visits your website. Then what happens is, once they're on your website, they go and download a brochure. And they do that by filling in their, you know, email address, maybe their name and surname, phone number, depending on the fields that are available in the form that's on your website. They download a brochure. Now, what happens if you have marketing automation in place is their details would be sent to your CRM, and ideally your CRM then would give you one view of every customer's activity. And then what would happen is your marketing automation software would then send a personalized email thanking your customer for downloading your brochure on the website. So that's one simple example of how marketing automation can be used. Let's look at another example. So let's say a customer visits your website, and you then have a customer that clicks on a specific product but does not buy your product. Using things like website tracking means that the activity is then sent to your CRM, all right? And if you've got marketing automation in place, you would then be able to do things like send an SMS with a link that contains all the product information that customer looked at but did not buy. And inside that SMS, you would put in a link, all right, to a sales page that potentially contains a special offer if the customer was to buy your product today. The next thing that is happening is that your marketing automation software is actually taking your prospects and moving them down the funnel without any input from you. Now what happens is you put together special offers on a monthly basis, and automatically this customer would receive your monthly special email. Inside your email, you have a call to action, so something that somebody can click on. The prospect then clicks on the product of choice, so the product that they're interested in. This now becomes a hot lead and needs to be closed. And so while you're out and about and doing what you need to do every day, you would receive an alert to tell you that this prospect is ready to buy. So the next step is then you would use your marketing automation's mobile CRM app you call the prospect. The prospect is now ready to buy your product. An application is then automatically emailed to the customer. Once the customer completes the application form, the task is created for your administration team to process the sale. The customer is then moved out of your prospect list, moved into a specific product list, and then what happens is you can send an email to the customer thanking them for their purchase, and basically from here on offer them additional products that we would call add-ons that give you the ability to upsell and cross-sell to customers that have bought products from you. So basically what you're doing is you go and set up your workflows inside Lead Squared. Once you've done the hard work and set up your workflows, Lead Squared then, if you imagine you have this marketing team, all right, without actually having, people on your payroll, but Lead Squared does the work for you, and this engine just works 24/7 every day of the year, and your business now becomes accessible 24/7 to any customer or prospect that wants to engage with you. And basically, Lead Squared then automates and fills your pipeline, and ultimately what you get to do is speak to people that are ready to buy, and by implementing basic marketing automation like we've just explored together, is that you increase your sales productivity time and speak to people that are going to turn into paying customers. So that is the simple, most simple way to understand how marketing automation can empower you and free up a lot of your time. So let me give you another example. Most of you, are familiar with Airbnb. Some of you might use their services already, some of you not. But take a look at this. So if you go and register on Airbnb, at some point you'll receive an email from Airbnb, and this email is going to be personalized and triggered as a result of behavior that you take on their website. So in this example, I viewed a listing as a result of a search. And I checked out some pictures and I read some reviews. And basically, I then demonstrated that I was prepared or interested in booking a stay. So as a result, they sent me an email one day later with the exact listing that I viewed. They didn't send this email to the entire database. They only sent it to me. So if you have a look at the email, you will also notice that the email had a very clear call to action. So I knew what to expect next, and that call to action was learn more. Now, at the same time, that call to action is quite a clever call to action, because I haven't said that I want to stay at Airbnb yet, and I might have some reservations, but basically I also knew that I wasn't committing to anything yet, because I was just simply hitting a button that said learn more. So based on feedback that Airbnb has received from previous prospects and customers, they know that first-time customers might be a little bit apprehensive about trying something new. So then they sent this to me, and you can see again the highlighted text saying that if I've got any questions about using Airbnb, basically these links would point me to articles about safety and loaded with information on how and why to use Airbnb. So they have taken their understanding of customer journeys and basically implemented this in an automated platform. So they also use what we call micro call to actions, which means they've opened up another channel of communication for potential customers. And there you can see the micro call to actions are things like the Facebook handle, Twitter, Google, and Pinterest. So, and then also give me the option to update, email preferences. So just understanding your customer journeys and automating that means that they didn't have people that actually sat and did this, but they were able to trigger off personalized real-time communication to me based on behavior I demonstrated on their website. So that is what marketing automation does for you. So when it comes to your emailers, as you saw in the Airbnb example, it's really important that you understand how to create lists and segment your database. So segmenting your database is going to be based on a number of different attributes, but things like customers that have specific product preferences, maybe customers that have opened at least 2 of your emails before and clicked to read your blogs. So then you would want to include them in future blogs. And maybe you have a competition running on Facebook. So being able to segment your customers is something that's really, really important. Now, I can tell you from experience that you will never be able to keep up with this and maintain it consistently if you try and do it manually. And that's why you need to look at a sales and marketing automation platform that does this for you. Now, the next thing is that it's really important when we talk about personalizing your email. So now you've segmented your customer database based on preferences, behavior on websites, your websites, etc. And you want to be able to use what we call merge tags. So when considering, using a sales and marketing automation platform, make sure that it's got a very powerful merge capability. So this basically means that your fields, all your lead fields, all the attributes that you collect in your database, you should be able to place these merge tags inside your emailers so that you can personalize them and send them out at the right time every time. So a placeholder, as an example, if you look at the slide above you, it says, hey, username. So basically what that means is that when this specific lead in your database, so let's say the lead is Jimmy, when they take action on your website and you want to then respond to them with an emailer, because you've put that merge tag in there, that placeholder called username, when the email is released, it's going to change it to Hey Jimmy. So the systems that you select should have the capability to personalize your emails. And the next thing is that you've got to get your head around the fact that marketing is not about blasting your entire prospect or customer database, with a one-size-fits-all emailer. You've got to understand that the way that marketing happens today and how successful marketing happens today is that we've moved into a one-to-one personalization marketing methodology, and it's way more powerful. And when you start moving into that one-to-one personalized email at the right time every time, you will see that your engagement rates will increase right up to 50% just by personalizing your emails. So let's have a look at another example. Today, you guys have joined me online for this Women's Day event. And how did you get here? Well, we have a page, a landing page that we've created. We've created this landing page inside Lead Squared, which is our sales and marketing automation platform. And as you can see on this particular landing page, there's a form. So once you fill in that form and hit the Book My Seat button, what happens? Well, we then get, you would receive an email, and there you can see we make use of merge tags. So this email would be personalized and tell you instantly, that we acknowledge that you've registered for this webinar and we look forward to seeing you online. What you will also notice is that this email is already responsive, and so it doesn't matter which device you viewed this emailer on, but you would be able to have a great user experience, whether you're looking at it on a tablet, on a laptop, or on a mobile device. And the next step is that how do we get people to actually view the content that we want to share with you, and how did we get you to actually join this webinar today? Well, here you can see that we've taken the content and we've basically created a post on our Facebook page and on our LinkedIn page. And you will see that there is a call to action on both these pages. So the call to action is basically the click through to the landing page that I've just shown you. So sending out emailers only happens once you've clicked on this call to action, completed the form on the landing page, and then you get the personalized email. So this is how we drive traffic to our landing page in this example. So then what happens is once you fill in that form, these leads automatically get sent directly into our Lead Squared CRM. So at this stage, Lead Squared automatically starts scoring our leads and basically stores the leads inside our CRM and ready to now kick off the automation. This is what a lead card looks like in our CRM. So basically, what you're looking at over here and what's really important is that we have a tab called activity history. Now it's key critical that you have got a view of the complete journey that a customer has taken with your brand. And so the moment somebody opens my email, I'll be able to see that and track their journey by just looking at their lead card. So this is what this automation looks like. So when a new lead, all right, basically landed on our landing page, we then send them an email, which I've demonstrated here on a slide before. And then what happens is we waited one day before the webinar today, and then sent a reminder email out to say, don't forget to meet me online today for the webinar. So that is basically using a drag and drop visual designer to automate this entire process. So I didn't physically have to sit and respond to everybody. I built out the campaign, automated it, and it was good to go. And I'm not a technical person, and I'm not a graphic designer by any means. So this is all things that I've done to, on my own, and to make sure that I don't have to, do manual, repetitive tasks every day. So the methodology basically is this, and it comprises of attracting people to your brand, converting them, closing them, and then retaining them, and in other words, delighting them so that they refer you to their friends. You get and cross-sell and upsell, and basically you want to keep a customer. And we all know that it's cheaper to keep a customer than acquiring a new one. So what I've basically just taken you through is to show you that how we use content. All right, so in this case, an emailer, social media, blogs to drive traffic to a landing page that contains a form, and then basically creating a lead that is pushed into a CRM. And that is what sales and marketing automation can do for you at a very high level. So this is an example of how we work with our customers to help them create customer journeys. So yes, it is hard work up front, and it does require you to think about your business, but you are the only one that knows your business inside out. So as an example, when somebody clicks on a specific website, web page, clicks on a specific product, you already know the kinds of questions that people ask you, because they ask these questions over and over again. So what you're looking at right now is basically a customer journey that we've made visual and basically stuck on a wall, so that people inside this organization, namely sales teams and marketing teams, can become aligned and understand a customer journey. So it doesn't matter where the customer enters your environment. So they could receive your fourth emailer, or potentially just land on a specific web page, and that's where their journey kicks off. The difference here is that the consumer wants to engage with your content They decide what they want to consume, and they're doing it in their own time, and they're moving down your funnel because you've on their own. You've put in the hard work once, and once you switch this engine on, it just runs and keeps generating leads for you. So we do have a professional services team that basically comprise of developers and business analysts and solution architects. And we know the questions to ask you to help you get to a point where you can unpack and create all these journeys. But it's a well thought out process. It covers every single objection, question that a prospect or a customer would have. And once you switch this engine on, the hard work is done. So let me give you another example. This page that you're looking at over here is a product, a software platform that we developed for the real estate industry. We launched this product in January 2017, and it's focused on a very niche industry, estate agents in South Africa. And we sold this product for 495 Rand a month. When I say it's a niche industry, let's say there's around 30,000 registered estate agents in the country, and using things like Google AdWords, etc., is not a strategy that enabled us to grow our customer base. So basically what we did is that we understood the problems or the challenges, the things that basically keep estate agents awake at night. We understood what those things are, and we understood the questions that they ask us about our product, because we took the time to actually speak to customers. So then what we did is we went and built out our own journeys like I showed you previously. So we built out journeys like this, and basically created a database, all right, of things, platforms like LinkedIn, etc. And we then started communicating using email and SMS out to estate agents. So we delivered the message directly to them on their device. And then what would happen is, depending on the questions that they ask us, they would go through the journey. And basically what happened with the end result is that they moved down the funnel, and when they were ready to buy, they would sign up on the website, and we would receive a completed application. Now, at that point, we knew that the customer wanted to work with us. We've got a signed application form, and what would happen then is we would then alert our sales support team to pick up the phone and welcome the customer on board. Then what would happen is we move the new customer into an existing customer list, because we now wanted to make sure that we shared content with them that taught them how to use the software to extrapolate value and basically live our promise. And that was to help them get more leads, sell more property, and earn more commission. Simple as that. So why did we go that route? Well, it doesn't make sense to fly to Cape Town or fly to Durban or drive to Pretoria to go and sell a product for 495 Rand. So by understanding our customer journey and then creating that process online, it put us in a position to create a loyal customer database. And 2 years later, we had 3,000 subscribers that had signed up for this particular software product. So this is a real live example of one of the products that we've sold using the same methodology I'm sharing with you today. So the next thing that I wanted to just share with you is that just something, a message that came up in one of my social media feeds this morning, and it really just stood out for me, is that, you would be surprised at who is watching your journey and being inspired by it. So don't give up and keep exploring and looking for, ways to make things easier for yourself. There's always a smarter way to work. And if there is anything I can do to help you simplify your sales and marketing processes in your business, then, you know, reach out to me. There's my email address, my telephone number, and I'll certainly share this slide deck with you once we finish today. So from my side, I hope that I've shared something of value to you today, and yeah, enjoy the rest of our Women's Month and take care, and we will chat soon.